You're listening to the Heartbeats Machine here on KUCI 88.9 FM. I would greatly like to welcome the band Loveless Lust to the show. I love the album.
For those of you who don't know, our record is called The Car Crash That Ended Her Life Came As No Surprise. I don't want it to become formulaic or predictable, so I didn't want a predictable title. And right. I think we've been effective on this record of making each track kind of have its own characteristic. With this record, we got these guys recorded live with a great engineer, and then we had the record mixed by Amir from Orgy and Julian K, who's amazing. And I always loved the sound of Orgy, and come to realize Amir was really the guy behind their sound. So having that guy mix this record was just an amazing experience, and it's why I'm so proud of our new record. Writing all this music, it felt like a lot of it was coming from a place of sadness and anguish and tragedy. So I was trying to think of a title that would fit the vibe of the record. And another thing we like to do in Loveless Lust is really work with drawing in numbers and things like that. And we realized we're doing an 11-track album, so we wanted to make an 11-word title. And we were brainstorming, and I was talking to Anders one day, and he said to me, I think the title of this record should feel like the last sentence of a really intense novel, because we've been writing all these songs for so long, and it feels like a novel, and we're like, what's a nice tragic ending? And having the song Traffic that we've recorded that's about car crash and just thinking about a tragic end, it seemed like a good title for the album.
I love the guitar effects. It gets stuck in my head.
Glad to hear it.
Did you struggle with the balance between the two sounds, between rock sounds and electronic sounds, or however you wanted to mix them when you were actually making the record?
Yes and no. I kind of had it in my head what it would sound like already, but it was definitely a process working with Amir on the mixes. Amir tended to mix them much more electronic in general on all the tracks, so it was definitely a negotiation. He was telling me that most of his clients that he works with to mix would maybe ask for one revision. Like, he'd turn in a copy and they'd either say that's perfect or like maybe change one thing. With me, I was so anal retentive and picky about it that we'd normally go through maybe like 9 or so versions of each, and I'd say like, yeah, but can we make the female vocals louder here and more guitar, less synth? No, that synth should actually have a little bit more, and what other effects can we put on this? And I don't like that reverb. And so
a lot more hands-on definition you wanted to.
Yeah, and fortunately Amir's such a pro and really cared about the end product that he was totally down to go back at it again and again. So that was a real blessing on this record. But yeah, as far as getting the balance of the live instruments to the synths, that's definitely something that we're always very conscious of.
Fine-tuning just those few things that really strike.
Yeah, when you're working with drum machines and a drummer, it's a careful balance to strike for sure. We have an awesome website, really easy to remember, www.lovelesslust.com. Thank you so much, Valerie, for having us on this show. This has been a blast.